Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. God has given us unlimited treasures in His Word. Every time we open it, we can discover a new treasure or admire an old one. What will we find today? Here's Carla Early with Treasure Hunt in the Word.
Have you ever been to a family reunion where the family wasn't yours? When I was about 10, we had a family emergency, and I ended up spending Christmas Eve with my aunt's family. That was a lonely Christmas Eve for sure. My aunt was helping in the kitchen, and the cousins were all like, "Why are you here? You're not in our family." And when I got engaged to my husband, the first Thanksgiving was kind of awkward. He played cards with his aunts and uncles for 8 hours straight. Those weren't the only times I felt out of place. Maybe you can relate. I guess that's why, knowing that feeling, I always gravitate to people who look like they're feeling alone in a crowd, especially at church. If you've ever moved and had to find a new church, you know how visitors feel. I've been told that our church is the friendliest church in town, but it's still hard for visitors to get to know people and get involved. It's one thing for a Christian who's moved and it's looking for a church to serve in, but I imagine it's way more difficult for a person completely new to church. A Christian at least knows that these are my brothers and sisters in Christ, even if they don't know anybody. But an unsaved person must feel like they're in the middle of a family reunion, of a family they're not part of. They watch people greet each other with hugs and laughter. They stand and sing songs they don't know. They may see other people with their hands raised and eyes closed. Or they may watch us participate in traditions they don't understand. Everything is unfamiliar. For those of us who grew up in the church, we don't realize how foreign a church service can seem to people who have never been involved in church before. So not only greeting someone new to church, but sitting next to them and offering to answer any questions they may have would go a long way toward making them feel loved and at home at church. In Leviticus 19, the same passage that tells us to love your neighbor as yourself, Moses instructs the Israelites, "The stranger who dwells among you shall be to you as one born among you, and you shall love him as yourself, for you were strangers in the land of Egypt." In Exodus 23, he adds, "You yourselves know how it feels to be foreigners." I don't know about you, but the times when I felt alone, left out, uncomfortable, and someone has reached out to me and taken me under their wing, I've greatly appreciated it and never forgot that person. It's a great way to make a new friend for sure. How can you show love and hospitality to new people at your church? You know what it's like to be in a new, uncomfortable situation. So how can you love your neighbor as yourself by making them feel more like family? Who knows, but it may be the first step to them becoming part of the family.
You can contact us at treasurehuntintheword@gmail.com. We'd love to hear the treasures God has given you through His Word. You can listen to other episodes on our website, which you can find in the description below. Thank you for listening, and remember, where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.